This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Okay, so yesterday one of our student he pinged us to the admin team and he shared his feedback. So he got that it's very good package. Earlier it was 4.2 lakhs, then he got it 17 lakhs, more than 200%. Yes. So if anybody have any questions regarding this one, you guys can contact him. I will share that his number also. Okay. So he completed 1.5 month back that course. And he called me. So he was sharing his experience with Mithun Technologies and the DevOps training. He's telling that, sir, whatever you guys covered in the class, same questions only in the interview they asked. Okay, so they are very happy. That's why they gave that much package. Okay, so just follow our classes. Whatever the assignments we are giving, do that assignment. Definitely, you guys also will get the job, 100% with good package. The package also very good. Okay, so guys, first don't worry about your package, improve your technical skills. Okay, so Sangamesh is asking how much, sir? So he got that 17 lakhs per annum, INR, Indian rupees. Okay, so let's start that our technical discussion. So yesterday we discussed about that what is the nexus, right? Why we need to use the nexus and directory structure. Then we discussed about that how to install that one, right? How to access that nexus server from our browser. So all these things we discussed, right? It's not coming, sir. Saujani is saying seems problem with her maybe speaker or something. You guys can able to hear me, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so if you see Nexus server, this Linux server is running. So where we install that Nexus server. So one of our student Chaitanya, he installed multiple times Nexus server and it is running but not able to access. Even I tried, mm, we followed the same steps. Everything is working fine, but we are not able to access from the browser. So we need to investigate it. This is the first time I saw this kind of issue. Even we check that service is running. Even we have enabled that port. Everything is looks good, but from the browser, not sure. We are not able to access it. Even same URL, I have tried from my laptop also, but still it is not working. Maybe I will check today. So this is the URL, right? Even you guys can able to access it, right? If you see, you can go here. Ashok is saying maybe firewall issue. Even if it is a firewall issue, I should supposed to access it, right? We have enabled the port number 8081 in the secret groups. All the ports we have enabled, not only 8080. Yeah, maybe that's what we are checking. We need to check with in the AWS side why it is some. Yeah, everyone can able to install and able to access, but I had some issue with Chaitanya machine only. Okay, so login. If you observe, right now it is running with 8081 port number. Na? I want to change the port number. Okay, if you want to change the port number, already we discussed it. Which file we need to update it? Nexus hyphen default dot properties. This is a file which we need to used to change the port number and context path. So right now the context path will be forward slash. Right. Now I need to change from the port number 80812 to something else like 9980 I'm going to give, and context path slash forward slash to slash Mithun Technologies. Right. So like this I want to change. Okay. So let's connect to that Linux server where you have installed that Nexus. So go here, take this command. So open the terminal. Go to the folder where your PEM files are there. Okay, it's connected. So switch to the root user. Go to the OPT directory, Nexus etc directory. There you will see that Nexus default properties file. Open that Nexus default properties file. So here change from the port 8080 to something like 9980. In the application context path, I'm going to give that Mithun Technologies. Save it. Okay. So if you do any configurations in this particular file, nexus default properties file, you should restart the Nexus service. So if you want to restart the service, you can use that service command or systemctl command. Service name, Nexus, right? Then change, give that restart. Okay, save it. See, restart means first it will stop, then it will start it. Smita is saying, sir, you will take the classes in morning. Later you will do 9 to 10 hours of office work. How come to get the time resolve students' issues? I'm really surprised. Can you guide us how to manage your time? Madam, if you see in my desk, two laptops continuously 24 by 7, it is up and running. Never it is going to be shut down. Okay. Continuously, both I'm going to monitor. Okay. So I'm going to switch office laptop sometime. I'm going to switch here. Okay. So if you want, I will send a screenshot of my desktop, how it will be. Okay. So like that, when I get the time, I will switch to my personal laptop and I will connect to that student's desktop and I am helping them. See, but yesterday some people ping me, sir, you ping me at around 3 a.m. IST. How it could be? You are in India, right? It's 3 a.m. early morning. See, most of the time I used to sleep only 6 hours maximum from last 5 years. Okay, but you guys, how many hours you can sleep? 10 hours. Hmm? So people are saying that I don't have time. So people are saying 8 hours. Hmm? You see, reduce that sleeping hours, utilize for your practice, right? So that, see, guys, just do that 4 months hard work. You will get that good package. Next 3 to 4 years, you can enjoy it, right? People are not doing hard work now, and they are doing night shifts with less package. Hmm? They are struggling, but they are not do the hard work. See, you guys are missing small logic. Instead of lifelong doing hard work, do 3 to 4 months hard work, upskill yourself, get the good package, then enjoy it. Hmm. Okay, so I have restarted. So now this URL is not going to work, right? If you go and try, this URL is not going to work. Just refresh it. See, it is not working. Okay, so instead of this one, 8081 and Mithun Technologies. So this is the URL which it is going to work. Take this one. See, now it is working. Right. Praveen Bhaiya, see, even read that error messages. Yesterday, you were executing services command. It's very bad, man. Because already we discussed this command long back when we are discussing about the Linux, right? And it is giving clearly that error message also services is the correct, not command, right? Not a valid command. Read that error messages properly. So Om Prakash is asking, how do you remember the subject and tips to learn in easy way? Man, this one, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes man perfect. Yes or no? Already that proverb we learn in that our school days only. Ne? Don't miss those fundamentals, whatever the proverbs we learn. Correct, ne? Okay, so now I can able to access this Nexus server with new port number and context path. Now I'm going to create the repositories. So however we created the repositories in the GitHub, right, for uploading the source code, here also we are going to create the repositories to store that build artifacts. So if you want to create a repositories, click on this one, here icon. Okay, so when you are going to see this option, after logging as a admin user, right? So if you see here left side repositories, click on this repositories, right? You will see some repositories, right? So these are the default repositories. Instead of default repositories, I want to create custom repositories, right? And I want to use these repositories, right? So for that one, if you see here, create repository, click on this create repository. So give the repository name. So give the repository name. So usually whatever the for which project you are creating, that repository name we are going to give, right? So first you have to select that recipe type. So we need to create for a Maven project, right? Select that Maven to host it. We'll discuss about what is the group proxy and all. Then give that repository name. So I'm going to give that Facebook hyphen snapshot. Okay, the project name and the snapshot. If you see here under version policy, by default the version policy it is going to select that as release. Change from release to snapshot. Okay, scroll down. Remaining leave that default values and click on create repository. Right. So now I'm going to create another repository. Click on create repository. Okay. select that Maven to host it. So now I'm going to give the repository name as Facebook-releases. Okay, so we'll discuss what is this releases and what is the snapshot. Okay, and anyway, by default, the version policy is going to select that release only. Okay, leave that release, just scroll down and click on create repository. So now we have created that two repositories. We have created that two repositories. One is Facebook releases and another one is Facebook snapshot. Right here, you will see that URL one column. So once if you create a repository, it is going to give that repository URL. So click on this copy. Okay, copy, Control C, and keep it here. This is one repository. Same way, copy this snapshot repository URL also. Okay, so like this, guys. Take that after creating the repositories, take this repository URLs. Take this repository URLs. Now, if you want to see the content in that particular repositories, you have to go to that. See, this guy, he's joining late and he's making nice. That's why I'm getting sometimes angry. Join in time, na? Okay. So if you want to see the content in that particular repositories, click on this browse server contents tab and click on this browse, and in which repository you want to see, click on that one. See, nothing is there, right? Go back, click on this one. See, right now these repositories don't have any artifacts. Suresh Kumar is asking, for every project, do we need to maintain two repositories, one with snapshot and another one release? Yes. For any new project is onboarded, for that project, we are going to create the two types of repositories here. Okay. So Praveen Kumar is asking, sir, for people like me who are having little knowledge on IT, feel facing difficulty in comparing real-time scenarios with our classes. Please suggest how to link our classes with real-time scenarios. Praveen, just follow my instructions. See, yesterday I observed, if you understood all the Linux commands very well, yourself easily can able to fix that one. Yes or no? First of all, not only you, Praveen, people are not reading the error messages. Okay, if you could read the error messages clearly, it is giving that the error message and easily can able to understand. Yes or no? Just go ahead, go back and see that error message. You are not reading that error messages properly. That is what you people are struggling. See, once you get the error, don't get scared. First, read that error messages properly. In that error messages only, you can able to find what to do, how to fix it. But people are not reading that one. Yes or no? You guys agree with me? Many people are not reading that error messages. Simply posting. So guys, see, even you guys are not that juniors, right? Once if you get the error messages, try yourself, read that properly, fix that one. If you are not able to, then you can post it. Definitely we are going to help you improve these things. Okay, even in office also, once you get the error, immediately don't ask with your colleague. If you small things also, if you ask with your colleague, you may go into complaint. Praveen Kumar is not up to the technical skills. So all the small things also he's asking with me like that. One day he's going to complain to your technical lead. Okay, so that's why don't ask small things. Okay, if any process related things, if you are new in that company, then you can ask. Okay, so we'll discuss what is this release and what is this snapshot. Nikita, you can wait sometime. Right? Okay, so now how to integrate, how to use these repositories in our project. So how we have integrated that SonarCube server details, where we configured in the pom.xml. In the pom.xml, we have configured this SonarCube server details, the credentials, and SonarCube server in the properties tag. So where we are going to configure this Nexus report details, we are going to configure in the pom.xml. Pom.xml, we are going to configure. In which tag? This is also one of the interview question. So however we used that properties tag to configure the SonarCube server details. Here we are going to use that distribution management tag. Distribution management tag. So this is the opening tag, and already we know in the XML each opening tag should have a closing tag. This one. This is a closing tag. Right. This is the opening tag and this is a closing tag. Okay. But in the distribution management tag, again we are going to use that repository tag, snapshot repository tag to configure that religious repository, to configure the snapshot repository respectively. We'll see. So now we configured, assume we configured that Nexus repository details in form.xml. Then where we are going to configure the Nexus credentials? If it is a SonarCube, we configure in the properties tag SonarCube server URL as well as credentials. But in the Nexus, we are not going to configure the Nexus credentials in the pom.xml. Then where we are going to configure? In the settings.xml. Thank you, Nikita. She already answered. In settings.xml. So in settings.xml, okay, we are going to configure the term Nexus credentials. Nexus credentials. Okay. So we are going to use that in the Nexus settings.xml. You will see that servers tag. So this is the opening tag, and each opening tag can contain that closing tag. Inside the servers tag, we are going to use that server tag to configure the Nexus credentials. So opening tag and a server closing tag. So there we are going to configure that ID. So ID I'm giving that ID value I'm giving as a Nexus. Okay, so this value you can give whatever you want. Then username. Username is admin, and close the this one, and password admin 123. Right. So like this we are going to configure that. We didn't close that username properly. Yes, yes. Thank you. So this ID, your wish, whatever you want, you can give it. Okay, even if you want, you can give your name, Suresh. So now, if you go to our project, so where that Java projects are available, see what I did. I have created one Linux server. In that Linux server, I have installed the Maven. In this Linux server, I have downloaded all Java projects. Right, right. So you guys, if you want, you can do it in the same Linux server. What you can do in the same Linux server where you have installed Nexus server, na, there you can install that Maven, install the Java, install the Git, download the Java projects. Then you can configure this Nexus report details and you can execute that command. But in my case, what I did in another Linux server, I have installed the Maven software. There I have downloaded my Java projects. Okay, and there I have created the packages. So now what I can do, I can connect to the server. Okay, then I'm going to update the Nexus repository details in the form.xml. So switch to the root user. Okay, there you will see that standalone application, web application. Go inside that Maven. So Nikita is asking, in real time, all these Java projects will be in the same server or another server? Another server. I will tell you. Okay, see, if you take this one, see, madam, see, once developer push the code, automatically that code is going to push to the remote repository. Once if you create that pipeline using this CI/CD tool, first Jenkins will get the code into the this Linux server. See, in the real time, Jenkins server is going to install in different Linux server. Nexus is going to install in different Linux server, right? SonarQube is going to install in different Linux server. This one, Docker, Kubernetes are going to install in different Linux server. So your code is in this Linux server where Jenkins is installed, but your Nexus server is in different Linux server. Now you got it right. So where the source code is going to be stored, right? In the Jenkins server, where in this Linux server where Jenkins is installed. So now see, we are learning that all these tools. So once we complete this Nexus, we are going to start this integration, all these tools. Then you know that where the source code is available, where the build artifacts are going to store, which software in which server we need to install. Okay, so now we are learning that building blocks to implement DevOps methodology. Whatever it is, building blocks are required. Those building blocks are learning now. Clear? First, we are expertising on those tools. Once we are learning, once we completed all these tools, okay, then we are going to start this Jenkins and we are going to integrate. Okay, so now I'm in this particular directory, Maven web application. There you will see that form.xml, right? So there you can see that form.xml. Just open that form.xml and just scroll down. See, under dependencies tag. Okay, so this is the dependencies closing tag. There you will see that distribution management one tag is there. So this is a opening tag and this is a closing tag. So repository one tag is there. ID. So guys, whatever the ID we have given here, this one and this one, both should be same. Suppose Here we are using that Bhaskar, and here also you have to give the Bhaskar only. This ID value should be same in pom.xml as well as settings.xml. Okay, so here that name, the repository name, your wish, whatever you want you can give. So if you want you can give that Facebook religious nexus repository. So here just change that repository URL, because we have created this new repository URL, right? It is not going to work because it is old one. So now you can take this religious repository. Guys, be careful. You have to copy this religious repository and keep inside this repository tag. Okay. Then under a snapshot repository, okay, change the name if you want. So I'm going to give that Facebook snapshot repository, and just you can change this snapshot repository URL. Snapshot repository URL. So this name, any name you can give, not a problem. Okay. But URL should be correct one, you have to give this snapshot repository URL. So many times what the people are going to do, here they are going to configure the snapshot repository URL, here they are going to configure the religious URL, right? And one more thing, while creating this snapshot repository, you have to check that which version policy we are using, right? So Mahesh is saying that, sir, yesterday you told that you use that 64 GB and 120, still multiple instances, right? Yes, I said that not for practice. Someone asked, sir, in real time in your company, which instance type you are using? So for that one, my answer is we are using that 64 GB RAM, 120 GB RAM, like that I said. Okay, just for practice, you can use the 4 GB RAM. That is more enough, because we are not going to upload many packages. But in the real time, we are going to upload many packages. Okay, so like this, you can configure that nexus repository details in the pom.xml. Then configure the nexus credentials in the settings.xml, where I can see that settings.xml maven home directory. There you will see that conf directory. Inside the conf directory, you will see that settings.xml. So go to the opt directory, then Apache Maven. There you will see that conf directory. Inside the conf directory, you will see the settings.xml. Okay, so Dharmendran is asking that the public IP of Linux server changes every when we reboot the server. How to make it static? Good question. Yes. See, right now, if you restart our Linux server, it's changing that IP address, right? But in the real time, you should not supposed to. In the real time, we are going to use that one IP called as elastic IP, EIP, elastic IP. If you use that, if you create elastic IP and if you attach that elastic IP to the server, even if you restart that elastic Linux server, it is not going to change it. Okay, so instead of public IP address, we are going to create a elastic IP. That elastic IP we are going to map. So elastic IP is not a free service. If you start using that elastic IP, they are going to charge you. So that's why I didn't cover that one. Anyway, in AWS classes, we are going to cover that one. How to create that elastic IP, how to assign that elastic IP. Right. So after completing that one, you can delete it. You can release that elastic IP. Don't worry on that one, Dharmendra. We are going to cover in that our AWS services. Okay. So if you use that elastic IP, even if you restart your Linux server, the tset instance, the IP address is not going to change. Okay. So now go to the settings.xml. So here, if you want, you can set the numbers SCNU. Just scroll down. Okay, you will see that servers closing tag in line number 134. Servers closing tag. Okay, just type I. It will come insert mode. So here, what you can do, whatever that tags you have created, just copy this one. So guys, don't copy the servers tag. Already it is there. Only the server tag you have to copy. Go here and paste it. Okay, server tag, inside the server tag id tag is there. Right. Then username tag, password tag. Right, save it. Now how to upload this package into the remote repository? What is the goal, guys, which we are going to use to upload the package into the remote repository? We discussed it already. Yes, mvn deploy. mvn deploy. So Tarun Bhaiya, mvn install, which we are going to use to store that build artifact into your maven local repository. mvn deploy is the goal which we can use to upload that artifact into the remote repository. Sir, above it is commented line in the previous line, where in server stack. So Nikita is asking, sir, in real time, will you use the GitHub or Git Bash? Madam, it depends on their organization. So some companies are using that GitHub, some companies are using GitLab, some companies are using Bitbucket, right? We are using that GitHub for some projects. Some projects we are using that SVN also. Earlier I used to work on this CVS, okay? But if you know the GitHub, GitLab and Bitbucket are very easy. Even Azure repos also, same Git commands we are going to use. Okay. So now you can go to that project folder where your source code is there. So see, currently I'm in this particular project folder. Here I can see that source code under. Now you can execute mvn clean deploy. So if you execute that mvn clean deploy, so before deploy, what are the goals are going to execute? Validate, compile, right? Test, package, install. So these are the goals are going to execute. Let's see, just execute it. So earlier did we execute this deploy goal? No. Why? Because that time we didn't configure that remote repository details with our project. Configure. See, it's executed. If you observe here, In which repository it is uploaded? Uploaded to Nexus snapshot repository. Now, if you go to that Nexus server, click on the snapshot. See here, com.empty group ID, artifact ID, version. There it has created one more directory with the timestamp. See today's timestamp 2020, right? Sorry, 2022, 03 month, 15 date, and an hours. It has uploaded here, right? So the directory structure, just observe that it's based on the group ID, artifact ID, and version, right? So it's uploaded here. Just if you click on this one, just scroll down. See, it is showing here repository. This repository format Maven2, group ID, artifact name, version, path. So if you want to download this one, just click on this one. It is going to download. Right. Content type Java archive. File size 5.1 MB. Blob created means when it is uploaded. Updated. If you observe, updated and created both are same currently because just now it is uploaded. Still we didn't updated this version. Right. So last downloaded. Okay. So just now we have downloaded and just refresh it. See, last downloaded just now it is showing the today's date. Locally cached blob reference containing repository. Who uploaded? Admin user. The uploader's IP address from which machine we have uploaded, right? So it is giving that all the details. So if you want to use this package in other projects, just you can add this snippet in your pom.xml core snippet. In which project you want to use. Suppose I want to use this package in other project. It is my dependency. So that time you can add this into that particular project. Okay. So now if I execute same command one more time, what will happen? You can go here, just refresh it. Okay. See here, again it has created one more directory and it has uploaded, right? Execute it. So like this, each build it is going to upload that into the this repository. Every time if you observe, it is uploading into that snapshot repository only. Okay. When it is going to upload into that releases repository. So Dimple is asking, Nexus for the package repository and GitHub is the source code repository. Is it the true difference between GitHub and Nexus? Yes, madam. Okay. See, if you observe, if you want to access this package, just you can keep this snippet in your pom.xml and you have to give this repository URL in the pom.xml. Suppose if you upload into that GitHub, you are not able to access it in this way. Yes or no? The way of accessing that artifact from that artifact repository is different than the GitHub and Nexus. Correct? Na? So if you upload this package into that GitHub, you are not able to access just if you keep this core snippet in your pom.xml. You have to use a git clone command. If you use the git clone command, entire code is going to download. We don't want that one, right? Okay. See, every time it is uploading into that snapshot repository. When it is going to upload into the releases repository, the production releases. Suppose now you are going to deploy code to the production, so that the production packages are going to upload into the releases repository. So snapshot repository contains that ongoing development packages are, it is going to be available in the snapshot repository. Releases repository contains that all the production version that packages are going to be available in the releases repository. So that is the difference between snapshot and releases. So releases repository contains all the production version packages. The snapshot repository contains the ongoing development packages. So it contains. Clear? So now what I'm going to do, just I will update that password. So I'm going to give that wrong password. I'm going to give the wrong password. So instead of admin123, just I'm going to give the admin. Now again, go to your project folder, just execute that mvn clean deploy. mvn clean deploy. Just hit the enter and observe that what error you are going to get. If you see here, okay, fail to retrieve remote metadata and couldn't transfer metadata. We are getting that authentication failed for this particular repository. The status code is we are getting that 401. So 401 unauthorized means credentials are not correct. Already we know, right? We got this 403 error, na? Yes or no? Did you remember when we got this error, 403 error? When I'm using Ashok repository, okay, I don't have access to Ashok repository, right? So 403 means forbidden. You have valid credentials, but you don't have enough access. But in our case, currently whatever we got this 401, 401 means unauthorized. When you are getting 401, immediately what you have to do, you have to check the credentials. If your credentials not correct, you are going to get the 401. When you are going to get that 403, check the user access. Check the user access. Yes or no? So now we have to change that password in the form.xml, settings.xml. So now go back to that conf directory. There you will see that settings.xml. So just open that settings.xml. Go to that. See, directly I typed that colon 137. Directly it went to that line number 137. There I can see this password. Okay, 123 admin 123. Save it. Right now, if you go and execute cd space hyphen. Now you guys understood, right, the difference when I'm using the cd hyphen. See, for switching from current directory to that previous directory. So is there any way to mask password like token here? Yes, we'll discuss. Now you can execute mvn deploy. See, now it is uploaded. Now also it is uploaded to that snapshot repository only. So now what I can do, I'm going to change that form.xml in the version tag. So in the version tag, if the version tag contains that snapshot keyword, it is going to upload into the snapshot repository. Okay, so I'm going to change that 1.0.0. Assume this is the first release. Okay, save it. So now you can execute mvn clean deploy. Now it is going to upload into the which repository? Releases repository. If you go and see, click on this one. See, yes or no? It is uploaded to that releases repository. Right. Sorry. Click on this one. See, dependency tag, group ID, artifact ID, version. Type var file. So again, if you go and execute the same command, is it going to upload with the same version 1.0? You will get a error. Let's see. You will get a error. See what error we got? Now we got that 400. Now we got that 400. What do you mean by 400? See, that's why I asked you guys to go through that 400 to 404, 405. Vasant is saying client side issue. Yes, I know all 400 series issues are for client side. I'm asking specifically what do you mean by 400? That number meaning like 403 forbidden, 401 unauthorized, like 400 bad request. Bad request means you are not sending that proper request, because see already with version 1.0.0 package we uploaded. It is not going to allow you to upload with the same version, right? So if you upload with the same version, what will happen? It is going to override, right? So means you are going to lose that old version, nah? Yes or no? See, I have deployed that 1.0.0 version of code in the production environment. So after that I updated some code. Okay, then you are trying to push the code. If you push the code with the same version, it is going to override, right? If it is going to override, you are going to miss that version 1.0, na? 1.0.0. In future, how you are going to refer that one? So that's why the religious versions are not going to allow you to override. So if you go and change the version in the pom.xml, in the version tag, is it going to work? Yes, it is going to work. Version 1.2.0. Now if you execute, yes, it is going to work. It is going to work. So Tarun is asking, sir, release it's like a tag option in GitHub. Yes, it's kind of same one only. Okay, now see, observe here, it has uploaded. Now if you go and see in the releases repository, you will see the two versions, 1.0.0, 1.2.0, right? It is showing the two versions. See, clear? So like this you can upload it. Okay, suppose assume 1.2.0 code, we push it to the remote repository, this that package. After we realized that after uploading, we did small fix. I want to override this one, but it is not allowing, right? But my requirement is I want to override this one because currently whatever this 1.2.0 code that package is, it is having small bug. I have updated, I have created, and I have to upload it here. Then what to do? If you try to push that one, it is going to give this error. Yes, if you add 1.2.1, it is going to upload it. But my requirement is I want to update 1.2.0 package only. What to do? Is there any option? Yes. So what you have to do? Go to that Nexus repository administration page. Click on this one. Click on this repositories. Click on this repository, religious repository, and if you see here, deployment policy. By default, the deployment policy is disable redeploy. Instead of that one, just you can select that allow redeploy and save it. Now you can go here, just execute this one, mven clean deploy. It is going to allow you to upload the same version. It is going to override now. See, it has override with the same version 1.2.0. So once you completed this one, again you can come back here. Okay, change to that disable redeploy and save it. Okay, so now again if you go here and if you try it, it is not going to allow you. So Praveen is asking, sir, but usually this doesn't happen in real time, right? Version releases. Yes, but just I'm telling you, okay, if you have this kind of requirement in future, how we are going to achieve? I'm explaining that one. Okay, so now see, it is not allowing. And one more thing, you can go to that. See, guys, if you want to do any configurations, you have to come and see. Click on the server administration tab. If you want to see that content in that repositories, click on this browse server contents tab. Okay, so many people are struggling, sir. I'm clicking on that repository, it is not showing that artifact, sir. First check that currently you are in server administration tab or browse server contents tab. Now 1.2.0, right? Just click on this one. Observe that created and updated is both are same. No, see, it has created Tuesday, March 15th, 2022, 7 o'clock, 1 minute, 1 second. But here, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. All right, easily you can able to understand. It has updated. But if you go to that 1.0.0, you are not going to see that difference in the create and updated timestamp because we didn't update it. Yes sir, no? We didn't update it. Clear? So anybody have any questions about this repositories? Snapshot repository, religious repository. Yes, each release we need to update in the form.xml version tag. So dynamically also we can change it, that one. Dynamically you can pass that value also, right? So each project we are going to get that we are, if any new project is onboarded, we are going to create that two repositories in the nexus for each project. So we don't want to give that the keyword release. Okay, if you give that keyword with uppercase snapshot, it is going to upload into the snapshot repository. You don't want to give any keyword like a release for the release project, a release repository. Clear? So anybody have any questions about this one? Now you guys clear, right? When it is going to upload into the religious repository, when it is going to upload into that snapshot repository? Okay. So now we'll discuss about that remote repository. Did you remember when we are discussing about that Maven repositories? We discussed about that three types of repositories: Maven local repository, Maven central repository, and remote repository. Remote repository. Right. So now I have 10 jar files are there. So these 10 jar files I need to share with my all the projects which are developing in my company in Mithun Software Solutions, Ajum. So these 10 jar files are developed by the Mithun Software Solutions, and we need to use within our company only for our projects only. In that case, what we are going to do? We are going to create one repository. There we are going to upload it in the remote repository, right? So for that one, we are going to create one repository. So click on this one, click on repositories, create repository. So the repository name Maven to hosted. Give the repository name is MSS remote repo. Here it may contains both religious and snapshots. Just change that version policy to the mix. Remaining leave it as it is. Click on create repository. So now I want to upload the package into that jar file into this one. So first what we have to do? We need to download that jar file, right? So right now that jar file is available here, na? So go back to that Maven standalone. There you will see that target directory. Inside the target directory, you will see that jar file. So this jar file I want to download into my laptop. How to download any file or directory which is available in the server to your laptop? Use that any FTP tool. So I'm using the MacBook, na? So for MacBook, WinSCP is not going to work. I'm going to open the FileZilla. So already, if you see here, we downloaded, right, var file. Now also what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this jar file into that EC2 user home directory. EST user home directory. And you have to give that read access. Go to this particular directory. There, if you see that, okay, or just copy into the temp directory. So we are accessing from temp directory only, ne? Temp directory. Okay, what we can do? cp maven / temp directory. Okay, so go inside this temp directory. Just type lsfnl. Observe here for this particular file, others have the read access. Now I can go here, just I can right click, refresh. It's connecting. Okay, so maybe the IP address has changed, ne? Connecting. The IP address has changed. Okay, yes, we need to give that correct IP public IP address. So if observe, this is a public IP address, and just change it. Okay, so go to the temp directory. So guys, if you want to go to the temp directory, very simple. Here, remove this one /tmp and hit the enter button. See, this jar file has copied. Now I am going to copy into that my laptop into that downloads folder. Just observe here, left side window, whatever it is there, na, this is your local file system. Right side, see, it is showing that remote side. This is your server file system, and you guys are already familiar with this FTP tool, right? Now I'm going to upload that package into the remote repository. So for that one, go to that browse server contents tab, click on this one, and if you see here MSS remote repo, you will see that upload component. Earlier old versions, we don't have this option. Earlier old versions, we don't have this feature. We were using one command. If you go and see, we have in our document, we can see that mvn deploy file. This is the command which we are using. If you go and see, and we are specifying that group id, artifact id. This command is there or not? In one of the interview long back, they asked this question also. Okay, what is the command to upload that external package build artifact into the remote repository? This one, mvn deploy file. So now you don't want to execute this command because they have given this GUI feature. Click on upload component. Okay, click on browse. Go select that downloads. We have downloaded into downloads folder. Na? Select this one jar file, this jar file, and click on open. And you have to give this group ID. Assume whatever that package, that jar file which we developed, we are going to for sending the email notification. Assume. So I'm going to give that group ID com.mss within software solutions. Usually the group ID, how it will be, com.company name project name, like that one. So com.company name, artifact ID. So I'm going to give that mail version 1.0.0. Click on upload. It's uploaded. See, component uploaded to this repository. Okay, so now go back to your browser server contents tab, click on browse, and go to that MSS remote repo. See here, this jar file is uploaded. So like this, guys, as a DevOps engineer, we are the responsible for uploading artifacts into the remote repository. So just if you share this remote repository URL with the development team, copy this one. So this is the remote repository URL, remote repo URL. So this remote repository URL we are going to configure in our where pom.xml. We are going to configure in the pom.xml because in this remote repository we have one component called as a mail.jar file. I'm going to use this package in our project. So insert this snippet into your pom.xml. Just copy this one and add this one in your pom.xml. Okay. Now just you can take this one, go to your project, Maven web application. So there you will see that pom.xml. So I want to use this mail.jar file. What we are going to do, under dependency tag we are going to add it, right? As a developer perspective, developer is going to add that this dependency tag, correct na? So I want to use this mail package. I want to use this mail package. So now I'm adding this dependency tag. So developer knows what are the dependencies he has to add for developing this project. Save it. Now if you do the build mvn clean package, is it going to work? No. Why? Because na, whatever the dependency which we specified in dependencies tag, so first where it is going to search, it is going to search in your maven local repository. Do we have that one in our maven local repository? No. If it is not available in maven local repository, then where it will go and search? It will go and search in the maven central repository. Do we have that package in maven central repository? No. Then where it is available? Which is available in the remote repository. Did we configure that remote repository URL? No. Let's see what error we are going to get, then how to fix it. So like this we have to practice, man. So first let's produce that error, then how to fix that one you can see. So that if you produce the errors, oh, we are getting this error, how to fix it? See, clearly it is saying that couldn't resolve that dependencies for the project com.mt, this particular project could not find the artifact com.mss mail.jar file 1.0 file in the central repository. Yes, first it will check in your local repository, it is not available, then it will go to that by default central repository, right? So in the central repository it is not available, that's why it is giving that error. What is the solution? Now we need to configure this remote repository where in the pom.xml we are going to use that repository tag. Repository tag. Inside the repository tag we are going to use that id tag. So id is nexus, so opening and closing, then url. In the url tag specify that url, the remote repository, and here if you want you can give that name also, name tag, name mss, any name you can give here, remote repo. Okay. So this repository tag you have to configure under repositories. Repositories tag. Under repositories tag, this repository. So just copy this one here. Now you can copy this one. Go to your form.xml. Okay. So after before dependencies tag, you can add this line, add this content. Okay. So under repositories, repository, we have added this one. Clear? Save it. Now, just if you try to do this one, let's see what will happen. Still, we are getting this error, right? We are getting different error. It is saying that blocked mirror for this one. So when you are getting this kind of error, go to that settings.xml. Where the settings.xml available? Maven home directory, conf directory. There you will see that settings.xml. So here you will see that one tag called as a proxy mirror tag, not actually mirror tag. Here under mirrors here. Okay, so here give that the repository URL, whatever remote repository URL we configure. Na? Just change this one to this one. Okay, and you can remove this one. Blocked one tag is there. Na? Remove this one. Okay, save it. Go back to your project folder. Now you can execute this command. Clean package. (401) unauthorized. Okay. Open that setting.xml. Yeah, you can search with that tag also. Okay, what you have to do, like this one, mirror tag. See, directly also it will take you to there. Remove this one. Here, sorry. Here we need to give that whatever the ID is there, na? Exactly we have to give that. That's why see we got that 401, right? This one. Okay. So many error mirror tags are there, na? But all are commented. Okay. If you see here, commented. So this one only it's outside in comments. So guys, you have to give here nexus. Same ID we have to use. That's why we are getting that 401. So guys, if you see this kind of issue 401, immediately you have to check that the nexus credentials. Maybe you are using correct ID or not. Now you can execute that. So go back to your project folder and you can execute that MVN clean package. So it's saying that dependence could not be resolved, couldn't find the artifact. Uh-huh. 1 second. Okay, so go back, just exit MVN package. So some plugin it is not able to download. So here we changed it, na? The pom.xml in the settings.xml. We mentioned that star. So here star means so maybe search that mirror tag. So here we specified that star, right? Star means all the plugins, packages, the dependencies, everything it is going to try to download it, right? So, but that package is that plugin is not available. So that's why we are getting this error, right? So just leave that as this. So guys, can you share with me this value earlier? What that value was there? We'll keep that one only instead of star. Okay. So Praveen is asking, we should be aware of all these tags so that it will be easy to identify the errors, right? Yes, you should know. That's why I'm giving that overview of that pom.xml, right? You should know all these tags. Without knowing all those things, those tags, you are not able to fix it. So can someone give this mirrors of tag? So I have updated, one value was there here. Eh? So just update that one instead of updating this one. So I updated this one. I don't want to update this one. Just you can change that ID to the nexus and give that URL value and remove that block true, and you can do it. It is going to work. So I will fix this one before coming to the next class, and we'll continue in tomorrow's session. So we'll discuss about that tomorrow group repositories. So before that proxy repository. Okay, so we discussed it so far that host Maven to host repository. Yes or no? Maven to host repository we discussed it. Correct, na? So we are going to discuss about the proxy repository, group repository. Then we are going to discuss about that some Nexus admin tasks. As a DevOps engineer, what is our roles and responsibilities in the Nexus? We are going to discuss. Okay, clear? Okay, so Shafiq has shared that one. Yeah, so I will update it. Thank you, Shafiq, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you, guys.